Guys, today is a fun day. We got a lot going on in this video. I gotta rewire. I'm gonna add a bunch of stuff. I bought a bunch of stuff from Bass Pro Shop, on Amazon, from Academy, Strike Zone. I went all over the place grabbing stuff for the video, but that's not the only reason today is a cool video. I'm also doing my very first giveaway, and this is what I'm giving away. Here lies the very first giveaway. Minn Kota 45-pound thrust, 12-volt transom mount trolling motor. Retails for about 300 bucks. I would say stay tuned to the end of the video to see how you can win it. Super easy. But as far as the rest of the video, let me get some stuff sorted out and I'll show you what we got. I figure I also mention that it's a good day because I finally cleaned out the garage, so I can walk around a lot better in here. Considering I'm doing a rewire, I figured I wanted it to be as clean as possible, just so that I'm not like super stressed when I'm doing the rewire. Like, rewiring is already super stressful, so you get what I'm saying. I got some mounts for the cooler. I asked you guys on a YouTube short if I should put it vertical or horizontal, and it was kind of 50-50, but I think I'm gonna leave it vertical because if I put it horizontal, it sticks out to about here on both sides. A lot easier to walk around with it like this, so I think that's the way we're gonna run it, and I'm gonna put the mounts all around. I wanted those cool, like, small Yeti mounts that are like super flush and it just have a strap that goes around, but for some reason it was hard to get those in the mail at a good time. They have them at West Marine, but it was like 60 bucks. So I went and I got these, and guess what? I overpaid for them. They were white to begin with, but I spray painted them last night. These are $12 at Academy, but I was at Bass Pro Shop at the time and I was super impulsive, paid 40 bucks. 40 bucks. It's crazy. Literally $12 at Academy, and I went to Academy today. But regardless, I found that out after I painted them. So it is what it is. I got a measuring tape that we're gonna put in there. We're gonna figure out where to put it. I got a solar power trickle charger because we got so many batteries on here. I know this is like massive and overkill, but I really wanted to see if it'll actually keep the batteries charged because I use them all the time. This is everything that I have for the rewire, as well as some LED like blue lights that I'm gonna put at the bottom of the center console because we're going on a fishing trip to Stewart in less than a week, and I'm gonna keep the boat in the water overnight on the dock at the house that we got in Stewart. And I think it'll be cool to have some blue lights, set the mood a little bit. But then I got all this other stuff for the rewire. I got a bunch of wire from West Marine. I got extra wire just in case I needed a bunch of 16, 18, and some more thick wire over there. Some stuff that I probably won't need, some zip ties. And I got some more fabric, which is also the wrong fabric, but it should do the job. I'm really just gonna use it for this back here. This is a lot more thick and durable. That stuff is basically just gonna look good, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go over what's going on over here in just a second as well. But I also got a box from Amazon that I forget what was in here, so we're gonna open it together. This is swim diapers for the baby whenever we go on that fishing trip. Oh yes, sir. This is that pinch weld stuff that I'm gonna put around the hatch, like the compartments under the front deck, and around the center console where all the wires are. So that's cool. I'm gonna open that up and see if that's the right thing before I go any further. It's definitely the right stuff. I've never used pinch weld before, so I don't exactly know how it's gonna stay on there. I guess it's just, you just pinch it on there. But this is gonna be another project that we do today. I got hopefully enough to be able to do everything that I just talked about, but it might be a little short. We'll see. So I came out the other day and I started a video because I was gonna start the rewire, or at least try and figure out where the wiring issue lied. And I found that it was this weird duct taped job on the safety switch, or the kill switch, which I don't even know where that is right now. Oh, right here. No, It's somewhere in here. But to be honest, it's right here. So everything got really frustrating the other day. This was like 2 or 3 days ago. And to be honest, in way over my head as far as rewiring. I'm okay with everything else, but when it comes to wiring, I definitely make a lot of mistakes. I don't know if I get flustered or if I'm just still new to boat wiring. But I was tracking down the issue and I was getting flustered and backwards and upside down. I was upside down under here, getting up there, trying to figure out if the issue was up there. When I figured out it was the kill switch, I went to rewire everything or to plug everything back up to the battery just to see if that was the problem. But because I was upside down and I wasn't really paying attention, I accidentally put the negative to the positive and the positive to the negative. And right when I plugged it in, I heard a bunch of pops, and a bunch of smoke started coming out from underneath the center console. So I definitely made it a lot worse for myself. I was going a little bit too fast. I should have slowed down and been a little bit more methodical, a little more calculated with everything. And that's where we are today. So I'm gonna get over here and kind of get my wires sorted. I'm definitely gonna do all the fun stuff first though, and leave the wiring for the end, because if I have to kill the video and just do this overnight, then that's what I'll have to do. But I think first we're gonna do this pinch weld stuff around here, get a measuring tape going. I got some more of this rub rail, and I was curious if you think I should cut out a little segment to cover up these gaps. I've been looking at it. I think I'll do that and just see how it looks, to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it and we're gonna see where this project takes us. It might go overnight though. The one thing for certain is that this stuff was absolutely trash. It was weather stripping. If you watch one of the build videos on this J16, I mentioned this quite a bit. It serves a purpose. I don't think it serves this purpose. I'm thinking that this pinch weld is gonna be a lot better because I can actually get it around and it'll hopefully stick in place. We're gonna see what happens. Dude, this stuff is fantastic. This is so much better than what was there before. Cut it a little short, eh? But pinch weld for the win. That stuff is perfect compared to this baloney over here. Weather stripping, get out of here. I got enough for this one. I definitely don't have enough for under the center console, so I'm gonna have to do a reorder. But now I believe in this stuff, so I can definitely say go buy this stuff on Amazon. It was like $9 for this whole thing. Dude, this stuff is awesome. This was cheaper than the weather stripping I got from Home Depot. I just finished up this side. I cannot recommend this stuff enough. Pinch weld off of Amazon. I've never done this before, but I'm gonna drop the link in the description for this, because I feel like this is a big problem with Carolina skiffs, and this is the solution for sure. Super user friendly. All you need is some scissors or a knife or something just to cut it. but you don't need any adhesives or anything. You literally just paint shit on there. This stuff is great. I just put a little strip on, basically just the rest that I had left over here on the center console, so I can not scratch up my arms when I'm digging in here doing wire stuff. But I mean, it looks pretty good just like that, better than what it was. This stuff is great. I could talk about it for the whole video probably. I love it when I find a product that I actually believe in. This stuff is fantastic. I need a trash can in here. I feel like that's where I go wrong most of the time. I start just piling up trash during projects and whatnot. I'm gonna do the fish ruler next. Where do you think it should go? I usually put them right here. So I mean, I guess that's really all I can go is on one of these sides. I think one of those sides is proper. I'm gonna throw it right here. Dude, I janked it for sure. That sucks. If you look at my J16 from about a year ago, I did the same thing. I should really get down there and get more eye level with everything, especially because this thing was 35 bucks and I janked it. Let me see if I can fix it. Not a chance I fix it. The adhesive is really good. Rip off some paint. Also, I feel like that's something to be noted with all of this EVA foam and everything, is if at any point you put something down and you think it's not in the right spot, so you pick it up and replace it, that's how you really run into problems with this EVA foam. Because I've been running EVA foam for years now and I don't usually have big problems. I might have a little corner start to peel up, but I notice it and I hit it with some super glue just to hold it down. But I definitely put it down, and wherever it is, that's where I stick it and roll it down. And I usually don't run into problems. This boat has been collecting water through rain the past couple of days, and even with all the water getting on the sides and just sitting stagnant for a while, the adhesive is still pretty good. I know I get a lot of help from the floor to sun, kind of baking it on there, but I feel like it should just be noted that if you keep like moving it around, you're kind of killing the adhesive under there. But you guys already know that. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Next, we're gonna do this solar power trickle charger. Is that it? Am I charging right now? Am I harnessing the power of the sun to charge my batteries? That's pretty cool. Definitely not gonna bolt it down. This is just gonna be a while I'm not using it type of deal. But I mean, I feel like it's a fatty. So I feel like I'm gonna grab a lot of sun while I was just sitting in the parking lot and keep my batteries charged. Especially because I'm gonna be running like extra stuff. Might as well. If I could think of a way to keep this on here, maybe mount it somewhere Nah, this thing's giant. I guess if I was gonna put it anywhere, right here would be the place because it's under the trolling motor. But that doesn't matter whenever you lift it up and you're fishing because you want more real estate up here. Looks kind of cool though. Anywho, that was a lot easier than I suspected. So on to the next thing. From now on in life, I'm gonna be practicing more organization. This is the rest of the cords for the solar panel. I just patched up those spots where there were gaps on both sides. I think it looks pretty good. I'm kind of iffy about it, but at least for right now, I think it looks pretty good. On to the next thing, we're gonna mount the cooler with these things. And I just wanted to show you this old Craftsman toolbox I found on the side of the road a couple of months back. I just think it's really cool. This is where I keep all my hardware now that I clean my garage. Bunch of stainless in here. So I'm gonna go through here and find a bunch of screws for these motor mounts. You know, motor mounts, cooler mounts. Vouched for the stainless steel self-tappers. I think those will do the trick. Now we just gotta hop in here and make sure it's as straight as possible before we lock down this cooler. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah. Also, every time I look over at this battery charger, I feel like I'm just investing in my future. Making smart decisions as a boating adult. I feel good about that. I feel good about this, even though it's a little, just don't look over at that spot. Just maintain the 6 inches to 36. And I like it. So, now, these are gonna go under there on all 4 corners, and I'll check back in with you. The Yeti cooler is now locked into place. Not too shabby, looks like it's supposed to be there. Do I hate that there's a little bit of a gap right here? Of course I do, of course. But I like the fact that it's not gonna slide around all the time anymore. Like on the maiden voyage, I started in one spot and it ended over here. I started in one spot and ended it back there, up here. It was jumping around all over the place. I think also I can use those bungee cords. I don't necessarily feel they're necessary, but let's just see what's going on. I don't even think there's anywhere to latch that onto, unless I'm crazy, unless I don't know what I'm talking about, which could very well be true. A couple of aguas in there. Okay, am I supposed to latch right here? Okay. That doesn't hinder anything. All right, cool. Didn't know what I was talking about. Good to go. I actually need a water right now too. Let's see, crack a LaCroix. Definitely not cold, but also definitely not like blazing hot. Whoa, dude, I was wrong. Blazing hot. Burned my mouth on a crispy LaCroix, and not a cold crispy. That was a toasty crisp. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit, throw it in front of the fan. No LaCroix left behind. I'll get into that here in a little bit. Moving right along to the blue lights. We're gonna find a cozy spot over here. Probably just right under the speaker, you think? That's what I would assume. Let's just do that. This drill bit is so dull from drilling through metal over the past couple days. But it is what it is. Other side. Well, what would you say that is? Maybe 3 inches below the speaker? Something like that. Does this stress anybody out that I'm not measuring anything? Quick sidebar, funny story actually. Somebody just came up here saying they just rented out my garage. They had the clicker and everything, which was like, that's crazy. But the maintenance guy came over and he said, I'm really sorry that this happened. We just rented out your garage. And I was like, I'm obviously working in this garage right now, and they're trying to make it better by giving me 2 upgraded garages, which is interesting. I have a bunch of garages over here. They know me very well, but I'm about to go look at the garages he's offering me right now to kind of solve the issue going on. But yeah, isn't that crazy? I was literally working and somebody walked up and was like, this is my garage, I just rented it. Like, buddy, I'm working here. That was pretty cool. It was 2 attached garages to these apartments over here, and they were a lot bigger. They were 2 right next to each other. So it's not these, it's further down, but it's kind of a setup. Instead of having 2 of the ones that I have over here, just switch those to 2 over here attached. There's a door on the inside to go into the apartments and everything. It seems pretty cool. I told him I would talk about it tomorrow. It's more money, but I feel like I could get rid of 1 garage for 2 over here, so it only offset maybe $50. I'm thinking about it. That was an interesting situation I just got in. Definitely kind of dangerous if that happened and I wasn't there. Would they just start taking my stuff out, taking all my Skiff stuff out? Man, you just walked up on Skiff land. That's a liability. But it might work out with these 2 new garages, because I'm all about moving up and up and up, or at least forcing myself to move up and up and up. I have a bunch of garages over here. I got a spot at a boat yard a couple miles down the street. I got a garage down the street. I got so much stuff, and I've honestly been waiting for more garages connected to this building to open up. But that's pretty hard. I didn't expect garages connected to the apartments to open up. I feel like this is a little more, because I use a lot of power tools and I'm talking all the time, music and everything. I like to be a little bit separated. But for what I'm trading, to have more space, I'm gonna think about it. Also, with these lights, I basically just got them because I was like, if I'm gonna rewire everything anyways, I might as well end up with the setup that I want. This is going to require 2 hands, I can already tell. Just buttoned up the light on that side, went ahead and came over here, buttoned up the light on this side. I think they look pretty sweet. I'm actually super stoked to fire them up for the first time. I'm terrible at wiring, as you can see, and I'm trying to get better, and that's what this is kind of all about. I kind of self-sabotaged myself a little bit digging in here the other day. I had it in the back of my mind that worst comes to worst, I'm gonna learn how to wire a boat. I mean, and I guess let me tell you about everything that needs to be wired. Obviously the ignition system, which is just terrifying to think about. The only 2 things that are disconnected right now are the back of the kill switch, which is just a weird, I wish I looked into that sooner. But I need to rewire the ignition system, rewire the speakers, the SIMRAD, the lights, the trim tabs, and the radio, this gauge. I'm gonna have to look back at a video on the Maiden Voice to see if this gauge even works, to be honest. But it's not like I have to wire a bunch of stuff. This is way more intimidating than it looks, but I really want to figure it out so I can take this into the next build. I don't care if it takes a couple of tries or calling in a friend or whatever it is. I want to learn the ropes for rewiring boats. So I've rewired ignition systems on like Toyota 4Runners, and I've wired up just pure ignition systems on boats before. But for some reason, when it comes to like adding things to switch panels or rewiring switch panels, it gets a little spooky. But I have decided that I'm gonna come over here and sort everything out. I got a kill switch too for the battery, but I mean, I don't even know if that's a good kill switch or if I should use it. We'll see. But I'm at least going to get everything situated. I'm gonna come over here and I'm going to undo all the wrap and kind of just see where we're at with everything. Button up this ignition system back to how it was, put it back on the transom, and then, dude, I'm so flustered right now. Put it back on the center console. Everything else looks pretty clean. For this, I think I'm gonna try and do it off camera because I don't believe I'm gonna get it first try. And I'm gonna try and stay as focused as possible to get it right. I'm gonna go super slow. I'm not gonna worry about getting it in a video. Hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next video, we're completely wrapped up. Everything works. Lights work, speakers work, radio works, ignition works, Simrad works. Hopefully everything works and we can take this on the first fishing voyage. I really want to take this to the jetties and drop some like big mullet chunks and go fighting for a monster. That's what I've really been wanting to do. So I think in the next video, I'm gonna have this wrapped up already. Hopefully. I'm trying to psych myself up a little bit. Goodness, I'm worried about it. I've been losing sleep about it, but there ain't nothing to it but to do it. So I'm gonna jump into that, I guess, after this video, and we'll see where it goes. Now, if you made it to this point of the video for the giveaway instructions, we're about to get into that right now. First of all, I appreciate you for being here. If you made it to this point of the video, you're a legend for sure, because I was dilly-dallying. I was doing this and a little bit of that, getting a little squirrely over here on the skiff. But the Minn Kota 45-pound thrust, 12-volt transom mount trolling motor. It's a great motor. It belongs on a skiff. It belongs on a Ginu, a Carolina skiff, a John boat, any type of skiff. This belongs in the backwater for sure. And also, I've never done a giveaway or even talked about a giveaway or anything, so bear with me if this is a little crunchy. But dude, you guys have been helping me out so much lately, and you guys have been giving me so much just enjoyment out of life. I figured I would just give something back to you guys. So it's gonna be super simple. All you gotta do is like the video and comment your name, comment a friend's name, get your friend to come and comment your name, whatever it is. Any comment, you're entered into the giveaway. And it's Wednesday right now. I'm gonna come back, circle the block on Saturday night, probably around 8 o'clock, and scroll through the comments and pick somebody to get this trolling motor too. I don't care where you live. You could live in New Zealand for all I care. I'm gonna ship it to you no matter what, because I really just want to see this on somebody's skiff. But yeah, super simple. Like the video and comment a homie's name, comment your name 10 times, whatever it is. We're still at the point where I get comments and I love talking to you guys, but I don't get 10,000 comments. So you have a really high chance of winning this trolling motor if you want it, need it, whatever. There's a very, 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 very high chance that you'll get it, because this is all still new to me. It's new to you. It's new to all of us. But I think it's a cool opportunity. But yeah, I got a bunch of trolling motors in here, so if this works out, we might do this a couple more times. I got fish finders and whatever. I got a bunch of stuff that I can just start shipping out in boxes if you guys keep showing up. I'm having a lot of fun with this stuff, so this just kind of adds to it all. I'm gonna have a lot of fun talking to you guys about the trolling motor and whatnot. Feels kind of cool to get going on a giveaway. I don't know what it's retails $300. Dude, can't beat it. Free giveaway, like free for you. I'll pay for shipping and everything if you live out of here. If you live in Jacksonville, that'd be dope. You can just pull up, have a little chit chat, and just hand over the trolling motor. It's gonna be super, I'm gonna have my wife film me going through the comments. There could be one comment, and it could be you, and you could be the one that gets the trolling motor. I don't know. But yeah, I'm stoked about it, no matter what. Take a little look over Minn Kota 45. Ugh. she's a good unit and she's ready to go to a good home. But yeah, appreciate you for watching the video. We didn't really do much. We invested in our future today. We kept the cooler safe. What else did we do? We got some lights. We fixed this janky stuff, and we put some pinch weld on there. Like I said, I'll put that in the description, the link for Amazon or whatever. We patched this stuff up. We cleaned the garage. I wish I could have brought you guys along with that. I put the puck to the trolling motor that we lost in the intercoastal on the big old chain that I used trying to find it. And this kind of is just like the chain of shame. You know what I mean? This is if you think about what's all included, this is a very expensive chain. Retails, a very expensive retail price on that trolling motor that we lost. The chain itself is, $30, whatever, dude. That's expensive stuff we're talking about right there. And I put it on the wall just to remind myself how much it sucked, dude. But I lose a trolling motor, you guys gain a trolling motor. You know what I'm saying? I want to help you guys out if you need a trolling motor. Or if you just want to comment your name and snag the trolling motor and sell it on Marketplace for $200-300, whatever, more power to you. But I'm probably going to kill the video pretty soon and hop into this wiring fiasco, which is stressing me out. I might go inside and eat a little bit of dinner, eat a nice ground turkey patty melt with some Swiss cheese, following the DASH diet, 100% whole wheat bread, Duke's mayo, no sugar added, no salt added ketchup. Ugh. Whatever, dude, anything to stay alive. I've been having a great time working on this boat. It's come a long way, and now it's kind of the fine tuning. You know what I mean? We could have rocked it with that wiring setup that it was. Just keep rocking it till the wheels fall off. But I figured, let's take a step back. Let's slow down. We got a bunch of skiffs in the other garages. We got a bunch of stuff. Let's slow down a little bit on this J16 and make it sweet. So that at the end, I have a good fishing boat to take down to Stewart, and whoever buys it next has a good boat that they can just kind of turnkey and get fishing. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. But regardless, I never mind hanging out with you guys in the garage. I wish I could have brought you guys along cleaning the garage. I thought it was going to be boring, but it turned out to be rather satisfying, because it was very, 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 very messy. I figure I kind of go through this stuff as well. I know a lot of people on the channel watch for Carolina Skiff stuff. I have this, and I definitely don't need it. I have this, and I definitely don't need it. I have this, and I don't need it. Like, if you see something that you need, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because if you comment saying you need something, that also enters you into winning the trolling motor. Anywho, this is the J16. I don't have a name for it. Do you give names to skiffs? I know the Sketchy John earned its name for what it was, but do you usually give names to skiffs? I don't even know what I would call this. I just call it the J16 at the moment. But yeah, now I'm rambling. Now I'm yapping. I'm super hungry, super thirsty. I'm gonna try not to get too dehydrated, and probably gonna crank it inside now. Come back out here when the sun's gone and work on this wires. Like I said, the next video on the J16, I'm hoping that it's all wired and it's all good and we can take this out to the jetties. I've been wanting to film a fishing video for so long because I love to fish, but I usually just tend to film stuff about the boats and I kind of neglect the fishing aspect of it. But I think I want to start hopping into that, taking skiffs offshore, taking them down the coastline, taking them to the pier, deep dropping, like crazy stuff. Because I like inshore fishing. I'll post a couple videos searching for some reds, but I really, really like the idea of taking skiffs a little further than you should. Push the envelope a little bit, you know what I mean? So I hope to see you in that next video. This is so scary looking every time I look over here. Ugh. I know this is probably no big deal to some people that are really familiar with wires and everything, but I'm not so good. I can hardwire stuff, trolling motors and whatnot directly from the machine to the battery. I can do that. But if I had to go machine kill switch battery or machine switch panel battery, I get super worried about it. But I need to get more familiar with it because it's kind of the last thing on the list. We already got a bunch of other stuff down. Whether we do it correctly on the channel or not, we do understand it and we got it down. So we'll see what happens. I'm crossing my fingers that I don't need the result to call in one of the homies to come help. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up right there and go inside because now I'm yapping. You know me at this point. Dang, I looked at the wiring again and got a little sick. Regardless, I appreciate you guys for being here. Every like, every comment, every view, everybody who subscribes, you guys are all great. And you guys are making life super fun and enjoyable because I've been doing this stuff solo for so long. And if you know, it is very solitary, and bringing you guys along with me. Like I used to have my wife, she would do all Skiff related stuff with me. But now that we have the newborn, which is great, it makes it a little tougher to get the old lady on the boat because the baby's not old enough to be on the boat yet. And one of us have to watch the baby. So when I'm out here, the old lady's inside taking care of the baby, and she's doing great. Great mom, great wife, everything. But yeah, now it's like I'm talking to you guys the whole time, and it feels real, like we're really homies. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as I post these videos, I sit there super excited to talk to everybody in the comments, because literally like getting to know you guys, and we're homies now. Like I want to head out to the sandbar with all you guys. The wrap is getting super dirty. I need to wash the boat. It's been raining like crazy the past couple days, so whatever. I'm not gonna bore you any longer. We did a couple little cosmetic things in here today, and I just appreciate you guys for being here, and hope to see you in the next one. And like I said, comment on the video to win this trolling motor. It's easy. There's nothing crazy. There's no hoops you got to jump through. You just got to like the video and comment on the video. Boom, boom, boom. If you tag a bunch of your homies and you all comment your name 10 different times, like, dude, it's a shoo-in. Especially if you kind of notice nobody's really commenting. Just comment your name on there, dude. Somebody's gonna get this trolling motor. Why not you? I want one of the homies to get this trolling motor. I'll ship this to Australia. I'll ship it to China. I'll ship it to Key West. I don't care. I will put it on my back and I will walk it to St. Augustine. I want one of you guys to get this trolling motor. But, you know, anywho, dude, I'm rambling, and I keep talking about rambling and cutting the video. I need to just do it. I need to just kill the video. Whatever, dude. Appreciate you for being here. You guys are legends. Looking forward to talking to you guys in the comments. I know I asked a bunch of questions throughout this video, so even if you answer the questions, you're entered into the giveaway. Wouldn't that be something? If somebody like just commented not related to the giveaway and they won? I'm new to the giveaway stuff, bear with me. But, yep, you know the deal. It's gonna be over on Saturday night at 8 o'clock. So, and if this goes well, we'll jump right into another one. I got cool stuff, man, trust me. If you keep showing up, I'll keep showing up. I really enjoy making these videos and getting them out every day. It makes me sick to my stomach when I miss a day. Yeah, because I miss you guys. Anywho, I'm rambling. Appreciate you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I forgot I got this stuff from Harbor Freight. Also, just a huge mound of electrical tape for this whole wiring project. And some brushes to clean up some of the stuff under the center console. I'm gonna do my best at it. One more look at the Minn Kota 45. I hope a legend gets this Minn Kota 45. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.